And look forward to seeing you next time on The Chase Australia.
Tonight, fears mixed messaging will put locals off COVID jabs.
An amnesty getting illegal guns off our streets.
The alarming rise in quad bike crashes.
And residents urged to give Dry July a try.
Across central Queensland, this is 7 News with Brough and Joanne Desmond.
Good evening, thanks for joining us.
Good evening.
Our local doctors are worried Central Queenslanders will delay getting a COVID jab because they're confused by the latest health advice. The federal government's made AstraZeneca available to all adults, but the state government argues it's only safe for the over 60s.
We're all being urged to get vaccinated, but with which jab is unclear. Earlier this week, the Prime Minister announced anyone under 40 can request AstraZeneca, but the state government isn't backing the move.
My advice is that if you're under 40, you wait and get the Pfizer or the Moderna vaccine.
The mixed messages have locals second-guessing.
I have no idea which one. I'm thinking Pfizer, probably at this stage.
It's always confusing advice for everyone, is doing no one any good.
Australia's peak immunisation body, ATAGI, says the preferred jab for under 60s is Pfizer, but people should consult their GP on a case-by-case basis.
GPs need to be able to have those discussions and be confident that they're protected when they have those discussions.
Dr Joan Chamberlain says there's been a drop in vaccinations among those under 60.
I think everybody knows their options are either AstraZeneca or Pfizer in Australia at the moment, but there is some confusion around who can have it and who can't.
Medical professionals are urging locals to make a decision for themselves and weigh up their own risks and benefits.
I'm a bit annoyed that we're finding ourselves in the middle of a political fight. Please just leave us be. Don't muddy the waters.
Taylor Larson, 7 News.
A new permanent national firearms amnesty has been announced, allowing people to surrender illicit weapons without penalty. But police are warning illegal gun owners that all bets are off if they discover the weapons first.
An estimated 250,000 illegal guns remain in the wrong hands in Australia. The federal government is acting to round up the weapons to get them registered or crushed.
Don't risk it, don't delay it and hand it in now. Do the right thing, the community will thank you for it.
From today, owners can register or hand in their gun without punishment, but those who don't heed the warning can expect hefty penalties when caught.
So being caught with an unregistered or illegal firearm outside amnesty conditions could face a fine of up to $66,725 or 13 years in jail.
Crime Stoppers has teamed up with the federal government to set up this permanent amnesty to improve community safety. It will include a 3-month tour of regional Queensland where unlawful gun ownership rates are high.
We have some of the toughest gun laws in the world here in Australia, but we don't want to rest on our laurels.
Police warn that the weapons could easily fall into the hands of criminals.
Not having them registered means we don't know where they are.
Specific locations on where firearms can be handed in or registered can be found on the Crime Stoppers website. Harrison Lance, 7 News.
Queensland now has some of the toughest animal welfare laws in the country, with standards being ramped up at sale yards and depots. Producers are being warned they'll cop hefty fines if they're found mistreating livestock.
The agricultural sector's been cracking down on cruelty for the past 2 decades. Today, it beefed up legislation that was introduced in 2001. Changes to codes of practice make the previous guidelines law, meaning producers are legally required to give cattle and sheep increased pain relief.
And that's things like castration and mulesing.
There are provisions around when and how dogs should be used, how to protect livestock from extreme weather, and there's also laws around the use of electric prodders.
Animals must be able to move away from the prod, and there's also restrictions on where the prod can be used on animals.
Biosecurity teams will be around the state's sale yards and depots, making sure everyone knows the rules.
So we'll be there, we'll be visible, and we'll be talking to producers about their requirements and available to answer any questions.
So they don't have to face the hefty consequences.
Some of the more serious offences could also constitute cruelty offences, and they can have a maximum penalty of over $250,000 and also terms of imprisonment.
It should be an easy transition. Most in the industry have been following the standards voluntarily.
Most producers are doing the right thing and they have good practices in place. There's probably just a bit more focus on the way that it's administered and managed.
Taylor Larson, 7 News.
Everyone in the region is being urged to get a grip on quad bike safety. RACQ Capricorn rescue choppers have responded to more than 30 quad bike related incidents in the past year.
They've helped local farmers travel across rural properties for decades, but a devastating spike in quad bike crashes is ringing alarm bells for emergency teams.
Normally the guys riding them out there on the properties, not wearing a helmet.
9 quad bike deaths were recorded in Queensland last year. Countless more people were severely injured.
Broken bones, internal injuries, head injuries, spinal injuries.
RACQ say the road rules don't change, even when you're on a remote farm. Wearing helmets and sticking to speed limits is crucial to staying safe.
It's all about making sure that you're riding that quad bike safely, not driving erratically, not speeding.
A national rollout of quad bikes fitted with special rollover protection will arrive by October. Riders are being advised to crash-proof their bikes to match the standard.
If you do have an existing device and you can fit it with some kind of roll bar protection, then that is going to put you in the best place for making sure that you are staying safe.
Lizzie Bird, 7 News.
Rural landholders in the Central Highlands are being slapped with a 5% rate increase in the latest budget. Council says if rates aren't increased, the region runs the risk of declining service levels. But residents will benefit from a $60 million capital works program, which will focus on redeveloping the Emerald Kindergarten and road upgrades.
Now, pubs are launching a new range of alcohol-free beverages to help people beat the bottle this dry July. Psychologists say the drinks could help people continue their sobriety even after the month is through.
It looks just like a cold bottle of ale, and to an unassuming person, tastes like it too.
Tastes like beer. Yeah, it's doable, it's good. Have another go.
But this drink is all pack and no punch. It's part of a new zero-proof non-alcoholic drink range hitting Queensland pubs just in time for dry July.
The espresso martini, which is an espresso martini. We have an Amalfi spritz, which is an Aperol spritz, as well as like shaken martinis as well.
The average Aussie household spent nearly $2,000 on alcohol last year. Health psychologist Amanda Rebar says the drinks could be the key to satisfying the craving without actually consuming the real deal.
Sometimes the smaller the change is, the easier it is to make that change. So it's an easy way to transfer your alcohol drinking habits.
Then there's the added bonus of saving some cash. The drinks are on average $2 less than their alcoholic alternative. Lizzie Bird, 7 News.
And ahead in 7 News tonight, what's on around Rocky this weekend.
And the clinic on its semi, keeping hearts beating in the bush.
Stupid. I slept with Sienna. You have to tell Bella.
I wish I didn't have to tell her the one thing that would tear us apart.
Bella, something happened.
Home and Away, tonight at 7 on 7.
On now at Harvey Norman, amazing offers on everything for the heart of your home. Save up to $500 on selected AEG kitchen appliances. Save up to an incredible 15% on selected Neff cooking appliances. Save up to $500 on selected Miele kitchen appliances. Plus, save up to an additional 10% when you buy as a package. Bonus Harvey Norman gift cards on selected Fisher and Paykel kitchen appliances. 5% back in Harvey Norman gift cards on selected Electrolux cooking appliances. More great offers now at Harvey Norman.
Go!
This bushfire season, will your insurance help protect the things you value most? Check you've got the right level of bushfire insurance. And get ready, Queensland.
At Terry White Chemmart, get real deals on your favourite brands like Oral-B Sensitivity and Gum Toothpaste, Cetaphil Daily Advanced Ultra Hydrating Lotion, and Sukin Foaming Facial Cleanser. Shop in store or online. Real value every day at Terry White Chemmart.
Now at Harvey Norman, stay on top of your game with the Acer Nitro 5 gaming laptop, 15.6-inch Full HD screen and powerful 10th Gen Intel Core i5 processor and NVIDIA 3060 graphics. Now just $1,298, save $500. Handle all your tasks on the go with this power-packed, sleek and compact HP Pavilion laptop with Intel Core i7 processor. Now $1,198. These deals and more on now at Harvey Norman, your technology specialist.
Atomic Mining is now Bravos Mining and Resources. We're backing your community and your team. Bravos Mining and Resources, proud sponsors of the North Queensland Cowboys.
I'm your new intern.
I'm glad you also see the humour in this.
Robert De Niro and Anne Hathaway in The Intern, tonight on 7.
Nice having you with us on 7 News. A limestone at Clay Mine near Mount Larkham is a step closer to being expanded. The Land Court of Queensland has given Cement Australia its tick of approval to grow the East End site. Locals raise concerns about water supply and contamination issues, but member James McNamara ruled operators have the right policies to limit environmental impacts. The state government now has the final say.
A mobile medical clinic is rolling into towns in regional Queensland, bringing life-saving specialist services. The Heart 4 truck is on its inaugural trip, taking city-based cardiologists to remote areas as far north as Cooktown.
From the outside, it looks like any ordinary truck. But this rig doesn't miss a beat.
It's a multi-million-dollar piece of equipment that needs to be at the right time in the right place. And that's my job to get it there.
The Heart 4 joins Heart of Australia's fleet of mobile clinics, following a $12 million boost from the federal government.
It certainly saves many lives and it is very important.
The 34-wheel custom-built road train is loaded with specialists in cardiology, sonography and sleep diagnostics.
Which is where we will do ECGs, blood pressure monitors, blood pressures, Holter monitors, sleep studies, CPAPs, a whole range of the supporting services and supporting diagnostics that we do.
The B-double made its first stop in Cooktown today. It will travel to Ayr, Serena, Biloela, Theodore, Childers and Proserpine during July.
A lot of these people would never come to the big cities, so we would miss a lot of coronary disease and cardiac conditions if we didn't have the truck in those areas.
Since launching its first truck in 2014, Heart of Australia has travelled more than 500,000 kilometres, saving hundreds of lives.
I've personally seen on my rotations that many patients would have not been saved if it wasn't for the truck.
Frank Russo, 7 News.
You've got a wonderful initiative. We'll have a look now what's happening around our region over the weekend. Here's Connor Rose.
Thanks, guys. Well, it seems we could have a bit of inclement weather about CQ this weekend, but I have one event in mind that's wetter the better. That's right, I'm talking about mud racing. CQ Mud Sports is doing what it does best, putting on 2 big days of mudslinging action out at Cabra near Rockhampton. Don't miss out, get down to the twin track from 1 p.m. Saturday and 10 a.m. Sunday. By the way, it's BYO chairs and maybe even wet wipes. Take a trip back in time and climb aboard the world's remaining operating Purry steam tram at the Archer Park Railway Museum in Rocky. The tram operates between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. Sunday. Looking to try out gel blasting in a competitive environment? CQ Master Blasters are hosting a trial day on Sunday at Magnum Paintball in Bajul. It's suitable for ages 8 and above. Register your interest by getting in touch with the CQ Master Blasters. Learn all about the history of Central Queensland at the Emu Park Cultural Hall on Saturday. A number of history experts will be there sharing their knowledge of the area. Check it out between 9 a.m. and midday. And of course, if you have an event coming up, let us know by sending an email to newscq@7.com.au or post on our What's on CQ Facebook page. Have a great weekend. I'll be back next Thursday.
Good on you, Connor. Wonderful, mate. Have a nice weekend. Let's get into the sport now. Luke, TCC fired up after the Confraternity Shield, eh?
Yeah, they certainly are, Rob. The Rocky School's even more motivated to go all the way in the Aaron Payne Cup after the Confraternity Carnival was cancelled. We'll have more on that next. And Cyclone star Lara McSpadden seeing the bright side of a gloomy NBL 1 North season.
Putting the crunch in your brunch.
Oh, listen to the crunch of those leaves.
Making your sweets absolute treats. And putting the zen in your garden.
The prettiest gardens we've ever done.
Putting the better in your homes and gardens. New Better Homes, Friday on 7.
The Good Guys Big Deal Days are on now. Get $107 off this chic fridge. This Dyson vacuum only $449. 10% off Apple Mac computers. Plus this Vivo phone only $1099. Big Deal Days only at The Good Guys.
Enroll online and study online with Simple Solutions. Online and classroom courses are now available, offering a wide range of training courses in the community services sector. Enroll online now. At Simple Solutions, we make training simple.
The number one reason to buy your new car at Bill Robertson Toyota is Toyota's premium quality. And now more models are available in hybrid.
Another is our experienced and trusted team service. And don't forget, our Saturday car wash is free for our customers.
We have stock coming every day, so if you're looking for a new or used car, make sure you visit us for a test drive at Hanson Road, Gladstone. Oh, what a feeling, Toyota.
It's end of financial year at OMF, so save big on comfy. With up to 60% off selected international and Australian-made mattresses, plus big savings on bedroom furniture and Manchester, plus easy payment options and up to 50 months interest-free. OMF's famous up to 60% off big sale. Isn't it time to get 100% comfy? End soon at Finder's best-rated mattress brand, OMF.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love
it. Suncare Community Services, making people's lives better.
Sunday. Could you imagine yourself living here or here? How about with him?
Love for me it's everything.
Or him.
I do believe someone out there who wants the same things as me in life. I just got to find her.
These girls all have the same dream, to fall in love in one of the most magical places on earth. New Farmer Wants a Wife starts Sunday at 7 on 7.
Welcome back to 7 News. Lara McSpadden has been at the forefront of the Rockhampton Cyclones' hellish NBL 1 North season, and yet it's hard to wipe the smile off her face. The centre says she's developed her game on and off the court tremendously since coming to Rocky and hopes it'll result in more game time back in the WNBL.
A McSpadden family reunion in Rockhampton where bonding is best done with a basketball.
It's a basketball family right from the beginning, I suppose. Mel and I met at basketball when we were playing for Penrith down in the Sydney competition.
Lara's mum, dad and little brother are up visiting from Newcastle. Last weekend they were given a glimpse into the Cyclones' tumultuous campaign where the centre soldiered through 3 demoralising losses with gritted teeth.
Lara's the kind of girl where you ring her up and say, hey, how you feeling after that game? And she'll just say fabulous. You know, she just can't be taken down.
Lara admits her role within the team has added a new dimension to her game.
I've been doing things that I haven't done before in basketball, so I've definitely ticked that box in terms of doing what I wanted to do here.
She's averaging a high 30 minutes per game, averaging a double-double with, a good double-double.
A handy addition to her resume when she heads back to Townsville in pursuit of more WNBL minutes.
But I've been in touch with Mason, who's our assistant coach at Townsville, and he's been only had positive things to say about what I've been doing.
The season is still far from over, but the Cyclones already want her back.
I kind of take things season by season, but yeah, I've loved it here, so I wouldn't put a pin in it.
Connor Rose, 7 News.
The CQ Capras may have another reason to be optimistic about this weekend's home game against Redcliffe, with the Dolphins unlikely to field any players from NRL affiliate club the Warriors. All NRL teams have gone into a bubble during the current COVID outbreak, although coach Guy Williams, he's still preparing for Redcliffe to be different to the side that was named on Tuesday.
It's one of those ones where you just got to prepare to play really well yourself, and then deal with whatever the opposition throws you.
The Capras have lost two of their own though, with lone players Hirali Roycroft and Liam Horn recalled to Norths. And the Cathedral College is ruining a missed opportunity to silence their 2019 confraternity demons after the tournament was cancelled halfway through due to the Brisbane lockdown. The Titans say it's fired them up even more to make a statement in the Aaron Payne Cup.
The TCC Titans were in cruise control at confraternity.
Gabriel got some wheels. Gabriel, oh, he's a greyhound. Look at him go.
They were 3 from 3 when the carnival was called off, and that included a comprehensive 20-point victory over the highly fancied St Mary's from Toowoomba.
At the end of all the pool games, for every single pool, we had the best attack and the best defence in the whole competition. Jai Hansen had about 3 games, 2 man of the matches. He was, on his way to maybe getting a chance of a player of the carnival.
A version of Cameron Smith in the sense of the way that he can control games. His forwards run for him. He sees things a couple of plays in advance.
The team were so confident in their form.
It was a very solid team. We went there. I reckon we could have taken it out if the corona didn't come around.
The Titans are now on ice for the rest of school holidays before they fire back up for the Aaron Payne Cup. And they're vowing to make every game count.
All we can do is go, OK, we can one step at a time. We'll take on the Aaron Payne Cup and hopefully get a chance to have a crack at a state title.
The focus is to go all the way, whatever it takes, and get the job done there.
But a number of teams up north are plotting their downfall, especially St Patrick's Mackay.
They're going to be pretty hard, as are, same with St Brendan's and Kerwin, teams like that.
Connor Rose, 7 News.
Maybe some future stars on show there, Rob.
Some good competition there, mate. Yeah, thank you, Luke.
All right, we'll stay with us after the break. Livio joins us with the weather, and Scotty Hillier has our fishing report.
Richmond's premiership run.
Lot of trouble here.
Can the Suns take down the Tigers? Thursday night footy on 7 Mate.
Golden, never a boring bite.
Not all online universities are the same, so we asked students from other universities to try Swinburne Online.
Adam, what are the challenges to learning online at your university?
I guess all we ever really do is just watch videos of our lecturers.
What if you could do this instead?
Ooh, okay. Wow. Yeah, this is definitely more engaging.
With interactive course materials, experience a better way to study online at Swinburne Online.
When athletes prepare to take on the world's best, they face a grueling routine full of challenges. Strong support is the key to success, and Harvey Norman are great supporters of Australian sport. Smart appliances sure do make life easy, and that helps me make the most of my downtime. As I prepare to take on the world's best, I'm really excited to be partnering with Harvey Norman. My name is Ariane Titmus, and I'm proud to be a Harvey Norman brand ambassador.
There's a new world of enemies. You ready for this? Yeah.
This July,
I want to break something.
the hero of the year arrives.
Such a poser.
You should have brought the Avengers.
In cinemas July 8 and on Disney Plus Premier Access July 9.
I couldn't be more proud of you.
You smell really bad.
In life, you have many decisions to make, and it's nice to have choices. At Reef City Motors, choice is what you get. A choice of manufacturers, a choice of vehicle types, a choice that suits your budget. In the end, there's only one choice.
He's one of Australia's most infamous serial killers.
Dubbed the Night Caller.
Even more twisted, his final confession. 2 more murders for which others had been convicted.
Such a crime spree is unprecedented.
Crime Investigation Australia, most infamous, Sunday on 7.
I'm your new intern.
I'm glad you also see the humour in this.
Robert De Niro and Anne Hathaway in The Intern, tonight on 7.
G'day, Livio Regano with tonight's weather. As heavy showers finally ease in the far north, a rain band is closing in on southern and central Queensland, promising up to 50 mils of rain in the next 2 days. Moisture and cloud are narrowing the range between top and bottom temperatures. As you can see from the numbers, our days have been close to average, but our nights very warm. Let's have a look at the satellite loop. Now, it's all I can show you because we've had some problems with the charts, but you can see the rain band already tracking in from the west. It's intensifying as it moves in that direction. 2 influences at the moment. We've got the shower activity in far north Queensland, which has been terribly heavy in the last 2 days, with over 400 millimetres in 2 days for Bulgan Creek, compared to, say, 200 mils average for the month of June. Further south, of course, it's only been raining lightly, but this rain band over the next 2 days is going to start increasing. And like I said, we could get up to 50 mils of rain or so. The biggest falls, it'll probably be quite widespread, including the Darling Downs, the southeast coast of Wide Bay, even the Capricornia is going to get rain, the central highlands, but less so once you get into the tropics in the northwest. The latest now from the Weather Bureau, the boating forecast for Capricornia waters up to 20 knots of straight easterly tomorrow with a 2.5 metres swell. Then on Saturday, southeast 10 to 15 knots, tending more southerly on Sunday, 15 to 20 knots. Tomorrow we finally hit the half-moon neap tide. It's exactly midway between full and new moon, and it's when we see the narrowest tidal range for the month. The Capricornia District forecast a rainy day with possible thunderstorms. Gladstone 23 degrees, Rockhampton 16 to 23, 24 for Billow, and Yeppoon 22. And the Central Highlands and Coalfields, rain will be mainly in the south with possible storms. We're hoping for some decent falls. 21 the top for Emerald, a warm night. Claremont 13 to 21, Moranbah 23. Looking ahead for Rockhampton, Sunday's rain clearance will be a gradual affair rather than a sudden dry windy change. It'll take at least until Monday for the sky to fully clear and mornings to get cold again. What is an upper level trough, I've been asked. Think of them as gigantic bulldozers high up in the sky, scooping up water vapour as they cross the state. The pressure wave ahead of the bulldozer lifts the vapour and turns it into rain cloud. The dry air trailing behind clears the rain and lets the sun back in. Sometimes a strong upper trough becomes so coiled up it cuts off into a closed circulation called an upper low. These systems are often associated with winter rainfall events like the one forthcoming. That's all I've got for you this evening. Have a nice one, folks. And now it's over to Scott Hillier with the Fishing Report.
Yeah, good on you, Livio. Well, fingers crossed we can all get outdoors over the weekend. And for those on school holidays, the land-based anglers have been getting stuck into a couple of bread and butter species. Here's a couple of tips. Now, most of the rock walls, riverbanks, jetties and open beaches are producing a few nice fish. The bream and whiting have been the most common. Now, for the bream, strip baits, prawns along with worms are seeing good results. And for the whiting, live worms, yabbies, small strips of squid working well. Now, the popular rig for both species is a running ball sinker with about 1/2 metre of trace. Still a couple of good flathead also on the flats in those rivers and creeks, and there's a couple of good mud crabs getting around, so make sure you throw the crab pots in. Now check this out, young angler Oliver Boyd was over the moon when he nailed his first ever whiting on holidays with the family using a strip of squid. Great work, Oliver. Now, a little tip, make sure you join me Saturday 5:30 for Creek to Coast, where I promote an online fishing competition where they give away a brand new boat every month. One not to be missed. Good luck if you went along. I hope you bend a couple of rods. I'll be back here next Thursday night. 7 News. Have a great weekend.
Great, thanks for that, Scotty. And that's all from us for this Thursday. Thanks for your company.
And of course, you can watch our news anytime on 7plus or catch our page 7news.com.au. See you tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.